Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Sal Stretford. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone's having a fantastic day. Really great to see you guys on board. Have you guys on board? I hope you can hear me loud and clearly, guys. I hope you've got a different setup today. You know what? I'm full of surprises, ain't I? Always something different. Look, they need not turn my microphone. Absolutely. You know what? If life was perfect, it would be boring, wouldn't it, at the end of the day? But thank you, everyone who's taking the time out to join me today. Thank you, everyone who's joined the stream today, guys. Hope everyone's doing good. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. And don't forget to also, please smash a like on the video. If you could do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's see how many likes we can get by the end of the day, guys. Let's see how many likes we can get by the end of the day. Let's read out some of you great people. MUFC now, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. This is one player I need. Get some tape on. Thanks for dropping in the news. Big up. I'm going to get into that definitely, Manu FC now. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining me, my brother. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Good afternoon and late vibes. How are you? How you doing, Jim? How you feeling? Are you feeling good? Are you well rested, mate? Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're good. Sal always has the best sources. Honestly, you're always the best, mate. You're the best, brother. Thank you so much for joining me today. You absolute legend. Greetings and big up, big up everyone, of course, guys. Big up everyone, of course. It's a blessing to see you, Sal in the chat. It's a blessing to see you too, Jim. Really good season. We missed you yesterday. Missed you a lot yesterday. I know it is very late in the year. Australia, of course, 4 a.m. Didn't the game kick off? 5 a.m. Didn't the game kick off? You know what? It was a late one for me. I went to sleep about 2 a.m. last night. Woke up about 5 a.m. really tired, to be honest with you. I've been rushed off my feet all day long. I mean, I'm not here to moan, innit? I'm not here to moan. You know what? It could be worse at the end of the day. But guys, let me bring you some news. Manchester United have added one more player to the long list of players that are on our transfer list, of course, guys. Well, transfer wish list, of course, guys. Manchester United are interested in Yuri Alberto. Now, look. Yuri Alberto is a 23-year-old Brazilian international, already scored 15 goals this season in around 27 appearances. A very good player that Manchester United have got tabs on. Newcastle United are also interested in Yuri Alberto, but Manchester United seem confident that they could secure the player signature. His price tag is not that much. He can go for around 30 million euros, guys. So it's not going to be very, very expensive, but he is a prolific striker that Man United want. And of course, Man United need to bolster their striking options, don't they? They really do need to, you know what, get another striker up there. I know we believe in Rasmus Højlund. We believe in Xerxes, but we do need that player there who's a proven goal scorer and a little bit of experience in there, of course, guys. A bit of a Brazilian flair, of course, guys. So Manchester United are interested in this player. He is another player, again, on the conveyor belt of players on the conveyor belt of the Manchester United wish list. Of course, guys. Yuri Alberto, you heard it here. Stretford Post, guys, you heard it here. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Absolutely. Stevie Wonder said, I'm definitely not blind, but definitely Stevie Wonder did say, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Absolutely, my friend. Guys, you know what? One thing is for certain. Man United have got their South American scouting gear in order. At last. Of course, we had the news about Diego Leon coming to Manchester United, which was huge news, of course, guys. A young left back like that coming out of Paraguay, you know, which goes to show you that we are really moving in that direction in regards to the South American market. Something like Real Madrid have been doing, and Ajax and Benfica, and all these teams have been getting these bargains before us, you know. And it's exactly what Jim Ratcliffe said about bargains. He said, we want to make our own Mbappes, basically. We don't want to sign £100 million players, you know, when we have spent £1 billion in the last 11 years and we don't have £100 million player. It's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? Yarlin Marmin, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Mount out with a muscle injury. He has not he had this before, out for weeks. This injury could happen because of the medicine he took while he's at pelvis. Yes, I mentioned it this morning, Joe, about that. I've mentioned this a number of times in regards to Mason Mount about his pelvis injury, of course. A pelvis injury, as you know, guys, I worked in a hospital for 7 or 8 years. A pelvis injury is basically a career ender, basically. You know, if we're looking at it from the past, it is a career ender. So the treatment for the pelvis injury does cause knock-on effects, knock-on injuries. So Manchester United should have known this before they signed Mason Mount. It was absolute incompetence from Manchester United that they signed Mason Mount for 50 million, of course, pound of your great English sterling, of course, guys, 50 million, only for him to be injured. And they knew he was injured before they signed him. Maybe they wanted a quick buck, given a number 7 shirt, sell a few shirts, of course, guys. But you know what? Yes, you're absolutely right, Yarli. The pelvis injury does cause knock-on injuries. And this is the problem that Mason Mount is having. This is a long-term thing. This isn't a short-term fix. This could happen. This obviously could carry on. This could continue when Mason Mount being injured. Now, what do we do? We've just signed a player for 50 million, and you know what? He can't play football. Again, another bit of incompetence there. How are we going to get rid of this player? How on earth are we going to get rid of a player who's injury prone now, who's just signed a contract? It's going to be difficult for Man United. Look, I really sympathise with Ineos in some ways. Look, you know what? I don't sympathise in regards to what they're doing, in regards to the people being made redundant, etc., etc., etc. But I do sympathise with them in regards to these contracts that were incompetently handed out to these Manchester United mercenaries before they arrived at the football club. So obviously it is a bad one, isn't it? Of course. Great, Sal. It's not just about getting players now. It's about time to bring in the right style of players. Absolutely. They have time United DNA. Hopefully under Amorim, we have learned a thing or two and still room for improvement. Look, Jim, you know what? A lot of people were very, very upset last night. And I mean, look, I wasn't happy we lost the game, but I saw a lot of positives in that game. Now, look, it depends how you look at it. At the end of the day, it depends how you want to look at things. Look, when Man United lose, I'm upset, right? And you don't want to get in my way when I'm upset. I'm really upset. And I say things I don't mean. Sometimes I do, right? Look, at the end of the day, we're upset we lost. Of course we are. But one thing we have to do is look at this in context. Man United could have been having a two-legged game against Liverpool in January, guys. A two-legged game against Liverpool. Mixed in with that, we would have been playing Liverpool again in the league away from home in January. Mixed in with that, we would have been playing Arsenal away in January. Yeah, right, in the FA Cup. You know, that is on top of all the other games that we're playing. And you got to look at it in a context that, you know what, we didn't want to lose in the League Cup. Eric Ten Hag has won the League Cup anyway. You know what? So we would sacrifice the League Cup, you know what I mean, for that. You know, at the end of the day, we're in the FA Cup, we're in the Europa League, we're in the Premier League still, by hook or by crook, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So one thing I would say is that, you know what, it was not the end of the world that we lost yesterday, but we do not like losing. And the positive that I bring out from this is that Ruben Amorim has given these players an audition. He's given these players a trial, and a lot of these players have failed, unfortunately. They failed the trial. They failed the audition, and many of those players won't play again. Bayindir, I feel sorry for Bayindir. You know what, it weren't just him. Licha Martinez had a poor game again. Bruno Martinez had a poor. Bruno had a poor game again, and this is the problem that we're having, isn't it? Too many players are falling below the 7 out of 10 bracket. The only one who's been consistently 7 out of 10 is Mazraoui, of course, guys. And as I said this morning, there's too many 4s, too many 5s. If we're lucky, we get a 6. We need to move that up to 8s and 9s, don't we? In regards to player ratings and stuff like that, we really do need to move that up a little bit of a notch. Chico, how you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're good, mate. Mount was the biggest waste of money. Mate, you know what, Chico? I said it a long time. Before we signed Mason Mount, I posted a video on my Twitter page, and it was basically Mason Mount dancing on TikTok. And I had this bad feeling that overcame me at that time. And I thought, you know what? This guy is not the guy. This guy is a joker. Why are we going after this guy? I'm not sure about this guy. I was a bit like that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know it sounds a bit harsh. I mean, just like looking at a player on TikTok, but it just gave me this overriding feeling of negativity. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I want my Mason Mount, you know. I never really rated him. I'm sorry. I'm an Englishman, right? And I don't rate Mason Mount. And I never rated Mason Mount. Even Gareth Southgate dropped him from the England squad. And he's a Gareth Southgate love child. Like, they're literally best friends. And he dropped him. So I didn't understand the logic in purchasing Mason Mount for 50 million. Chelsea absolutely robbed us. On far contrast, you look at the likes of Bayern Munich. And when we signed Mazraoui and De Ligt, we absolutely robbed them, in my opinion. But Chelsea robbed us with Mason Mount, that's for sure. Absolutely, definitely. Absolutely. Chico, I understand needing Englishmen in the squad due to the Premier League's requirements, but there were so many other alternatives. I agree. I'm very tired of every team's sloppy seconds. They never work. Look, Chico, you know what, especially Chelsea sloppy seconds, players that are fouled at Chelsea, and as much as we like Juan Mata, players of that nature, they didn't want them, and this is something that we never used to do as Man United. As a Man United fan, as a Man United supporter, I've never seen us go after sloppy seconds under Sir Alex Ferguson. We always used to go for the next big thing or the unknown talent that we haven't seen before. Nowadays it's more like, oh, you know what? Chelsea don't want Mason Mount. Should we get him? He's going to sell a lot of shirts. We can give him the number 7 shirt. Let's give him the number 7 shirt. Let's do it. Come on, let's go, guys. Let's do it. And it's incompetence at the end of the day. And we all knew that this was going to end badly, didn't we? And it is ending badly before it's even started, to be honest with you. When I saw Mason Mount drop on his knees against Manchester City, injured, look, I felt sorry for the lad. I'm going to be honest. I have a heart, guys. I do. Believe it or not. I have a heart. And I felt sorry for the lad. I felt a little bit disappointed that he got this injury. I felt like, there's the pelvis injury right there. That's what's happening. He's getting those rebound injuries. And we only have ourselves to blame in regards to that. We do. We have ourselves to blame in regards to his injuries. And to be honest with you, one thing I would say is that Man United need to move away from trying to be a recovery A&E unit, because that's what we are at the moment. We're literally a hospital. And that's because that is what it's becoming like at the end of the day. We're becoming like a hospital, becoming like A&E, for goodness sake. We might as well film an episode of Casualty at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? The amount of bloody injuries that are in our physio room at the end of the day. So look, I hope that Mason Mount rekindles his career. I hope that he gets to the levels that he did for one season. He became the player of the season for Chelsea, but I hope he gets to the levels that, once promised so large, of course, guys. But at Man United, I don't think he's the right guy. And Ruben Amorim must be pulling his hair out at the end of the day, looking at these injuries, looking at these players. I mean, how comes these players at Man United, how long have these players been at Man United? How long have they been here? And you say, oh, you know what? Luke Shaw's been here 11 years? 11 years? And you're like, what? Ruben Amorim must be like, what? 11 years? He's been at Man United for 11 years. Are you crazy? He must be like that. How many games has he played? You know what? He's missed 5 years of football altogether. And if you count the amount of games he's missed, you're like, what the hell? It is incompetence, isn't it? At the end of the day. But we hope that things change, of course. Good afternoon, Pearl. How you doing? It is evening for you. It is an evening for me as well, to be fair. It's 6:13 in the afternoon here. Why? Big up, Pearl. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, no, sir. I'm not talking about the last night's game. I'm in that upsetting we lost. I'm actually optimistic. I sense the improvement and I was referring to about you making the right choice. Yeah, I agree, Jim. I know exactly what you mean, Jim. We're on the same page, brother. I do know what you mean in regards to making the right signing. We have to, of course, because we haven't done that over the last few years. We haven't picked the right player to fit the mold. Now, Ineos and Manchester United and Ruben Amorim are purposely targeting the South American market. Why are they targeting the South American market? Because not only you can pick up these amazing gems for cheap, basically, but the South American mentality, they haven't lost the grassroots football, the street footballer, so to speak. In regards to England, right, there's too many players now that know that guy, the uncle of that guy, the brother of that guy, the son of that guy. They get opportunity before the street footballer nowadays. Too many people in England are too much on their computer games now. They're not interested in going out and playing football. So we're kind of losing that street footballer, if you know what I mean. The street footballer, the one that wears his heart on his sleeve. Do you know what I mean? So in South America, you still have that. You still have that rawness. If you get a player from Paraguay, I mean, it's their dream to come to Europe, number one, and then play for a club like Manchester United. It is their dream, to be honest with you. And then when you look at the players that have come to Man United, you look at, obviously, Antonio Valencia, Chicharito, these type of players, you know what I mean? These type of signings. And you're like, do you know what? Those are the type of mentalities that we need at Old Trafford. We do. And Diego Galin is a great signing. Obviously, Yuri Alberto is another one, a brilliant beast, Tevez-like kind of player. You know what, I wouldn't say no to, because at the end of the day, look, we can go out and get a Mourani for let's for argument's sake, let's say we go after Mourani from PSG. Let's say we go after him. At the end of the day, look, what is he going to give Man United? Is he going to give his all? Is he going to fight for the badge? Is he going to put his foot in? Is he going to, break a leg for Man United? And in regards to on the pitch. I mean, is he going to do that? You know what I mean? He isn't really, is he? And he's going to cost an absolutely astronomical amount of money. You know what I mean? But where you can go to South America, you can go to Bolivia, Paraguay, Chile, and pick up players there just as good, if not better, for a fraction of the price, right? Who would literally put blood, sweat, and tears on a pitch for Manchester United. And those are the type of players that we need, in my opinion. Those players that the little bit of an unknown, the unknown element, of course. Yo, my brother. Yes, I hope that Mount comes good. If not, we have to remove him. But if he cannot pass a fitness test, he will here until the contract ends, like Shaw. And Erik ten Hag extended Shaw's contract by 2 years. Jolly, it was the incompetence of the incompetence. Welcome to incompetent land, of course, guys. You know what I mean? It wasn't just Ten Hag, though. It was obviously Woodward, those guys up there. If Ten Hag had a part to play, it's a big mistake. I thought signing him was a big mistake anyway, to be honest with you. But you know what? We are stuck with Mason Mount now for a few years. And to be honest with you, the only thing we can do is fingers crossed that he gets better. The one thing is about Man United and about having a full sale is that we could have got rid of these type of problems. If we had a full sale, Glazers out, debt cleared, we could have got rid of these type of problems in regards to buying out Mason Mount's contract, get rid of him, buying out Luke Shaw's contract, get rid of him. Unfortunately, now we're stuck. The only thing we can do is try and flog these players for an enormously reduced price, of course, guys. So, for example, we pay 50 million for Mason Mount, we sell him for 10. And that's just the way we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to say, okay, look, Mason Mount's not always fit, but when he plays, he's a fantastic player. You can have him for 10 million. It's like a jumbo sale, you know what I mean? And Man United can do that. You know, it's what they might do with Marcus Rashford, of course. I mean, at the moment, we're in talks with a loan with an obligation to buy, of course. And just to entice these teams, if Marcus Rashford, for example, went to a club in Europe and scored 20, 30 goals, you know what? It's going to entice other teams to buy Marcus Rashford. We need to raise the value of these players now because, look, these European teams are not stupid. They're looking at us and thinking, why would we buy Marcus Rashford? Why would we buy Mason Mount? Why would we buy Luke Shaw? I mean, anyway, anyone who purchases Luke Shaw are absolutely off their brain, off their rocker at the end of the day, if I'm being honest with you, because at the end of the day, Luke Shaw is done out here, man. He's done out here. Jim, it's all about learning from the past, transfer mistakes, and improving from them. We can build a Manchester United dynasty again. Gonna take time. Absolutely. Great. Yeah, Jim, my brother, you know what? At the end of the day, what it is that when Sir Alex Ferguson used to scout players, and when he would bring players to Carrington, right? And the thing what Alex Ferguson used to do, he never spoke about football to this player, right? What he would do to this player, he would have a conversation with this player. He would talk about his personal life. Is he married? Does he have a girlfriend? You know, what is his personal life? What are his hobbies? You know, what does he like to eat? Where does he like to go out? He used to get to know the player. He used to meet the parents. He used to invite the parents to dinner. Things like that. Do you know what I mean? And really get to know them properly. Do you know what I mean? Because then you can pick out little things about the person. Is this person the right guy for Manchester United? It's not just about what he does on the football pitch. It's the right character, the right, you know, philosophy in his mind and his ambition and his work ethic, his application. Everything about the player has to be kept in mind. Is he the right player to play for Man United? It's not just about, you know what, I like that player. He's a good player. Let's buy him. There were many players during the Sir Alex. I hate being the Sir Alex Ferguson period, but I have to, guys, because it is a good stepping stone for conversation. When you talk about Alex Ferguson and stuff, you know, you talk about success, don't you, at the end of the day? And when I talk about that, you know what, let's look at the 90s, guys. Let's look at the 90s. Now, Manchester United inquired, right, about a player called John Hartson. John Hartson was a Welsh international, right? Played for Arsenal, played for West Ham. Now, Alex Ferguson got word that Manchester United were inquiring about John Hartson. Alex Ferguson said, we are Manchester United. We do not want John Hartson. He's not good enough for the football club. We are Manchester United. These days, it'd be like, oh man, John Hartson, he's a good goal scorer. We can get John Hartson through the door. That would be a good signing, wouldn't it? Etc., etc. But you know what? Not them days. Nah, he scored a lot of goals, but he's not Man United quality. You know what I mean? And that's what it's not only Man United quality. Behind the scenes, he wasn't ready. He was a party animal. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And if we remember rightly, Hartson ended up leaving Arsenal and signing for West Ham. What did John Hartson do? Eyal Berkovic is a young player who used to play for West Ham, right? And Eyal Berkovic was in training with John Hartson. Eyal Berkovic done a tackle on John Hartson. Berkovic fell on the floor. John Hartson kicked him in the face. You know what I mean? And there you go. And that goes to show you Alex Ferguson had it up here. He had it up here. He knew about certain players' characteristics, their mentality, what they're about. At the end of the day, you don't kick your own player in the face when they're on the floor. When they're on the floor, it's a coward move, isn't it? At the end of the day. Chico, I'd much rather take the chance on cheaper young talents under the radar as opposed to taking the chance on a 70 million player who might not even fit the system. Chico, I absolutely agree with you, my friend. And do you know what? One thing is scouting, isn't it? It's scouting. When Alex Ferguson used to manage Man United, we used to get the likes of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ronnie Johnson, Henningberg, Peter Schmeichel, these type of players we used to get through the door for very, very cheap. Scouting is very important. You can find gems across the world, you know what I mean, in all different nations around the world. You can find different types of talents. And I do believe that Ineos are doing this. I do believe they're getting that Australian right back, ain't they? That young fella there. Of course, the right wing back, they're getting him through the door, of course. They're trying to get him through the door. They're looking around the world for the next big thing. They're looking around the world for a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem, you know, and you can find these hidden gems around the world. Man United just need to get their scouting gear in order. And I do believe that they're doing that. Diego Leon is one of them that's coming to the football club. I for one, I'm very excited about Diego Leon. I'm so excited about Diego Leon. I'm a big, you know what, I've been looking at Diego Leon now, studying him and stuff like that, what he does, how he plays, stuff like that. And you know what, I'm excited, guys, because he's got that mentality. He's got that mentality, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Top Button, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good with you. Evening, brother Sal. Big up yourself. Mount is a lovely fella, but who dropped the ball on his medical history. Don't buy a supercar if you know the service in its history. Great analogy, Top Button. I absolutely agree with you, mate. And we can't blame Mason Mount. I actually feel sorry for the lad. I do, because I generally think that he wants to play. And I can see in his face. Did you see after the game? After the game, he went after. There was some press there. There were press there, and he walked past and he hugged one of them. One guy gave him a hug, and he said, "You know what? You can feel it, isn't it?" At the end of the day, look, you know what? Man United, we're not a caring club. I wouldn't say that. We're not like that, but you know, we're a club that, you know what, we look after our own. We look after the players that play for us. We do. But unfortunately, the best form of ability is availability. And unfortunately, this fairy tale for Mason Mount is turning out pretty bad, if we're being honest. And I don't think it's going to work out for him at Man United. Sadly as it is, I know it's sad. I know, you know what, we want it to work out. Damn, we want it to work out. But at the end of the day, you know what, Chelsea done us. They've done us over, and that is the way it is. At the end of the day, this is why we need a change. We can't let these type of things happen anymore. You know what I mean? We can't let these type of scenarios happen anymore. We can't be handing out contracts for no reason. Basically, let's look at it. Look, we all love Bruno, right? We all love Bruno. Bruno's a fantastic player. Bruno's brilliant. Bruno's this, Bruno's that. He's our captain, Magnifico, of course, guys. But did Bruno deserve a new contract? Be honest with yourself, guys. I want to ask you guys. Did Bruno deserve a contract? Did he deserve to get an extension on his contract and more money? I thought contracts were given out based on achievements, right? Achievements, not just the fact that you played well a few games. Is it right? You know, we shouldn't have gave him a contract. In my opinion, we shouldn't have. They say, okay, Bruno, look, you know what? We're going to give you this season. We'll see how it goes this season. If it doesn't work out this season, we're going to move on to a next player. You know what I mean? I think that Man United are a little bit scared in letting go of something, you know, because they're afraid of it might go absolutely pear-shaped. So they're like, Bruno's been there a long time. He's an experienced player. He's got so many appearances for Man United. It's going to be dodgy if we let him go. Can we let him go? Should we let him go? And you're like, you know what I mean? And they're like a bit nervous. We shouldn't really do it, should we? We shouldn't, we might, you know what I mean? It's like that a bit. Let's offer him a new contract and keep him at the club forever, basically. Do you know what I mean? And this comes from me, right, who worked with Bruno's brother. I worked with Bruno's brother for like 2.5 years in the same hospital in London, Surrey. So I have no feelings but love for Bruno. And to be honest with you, but I care about the football club. I care about Manchester United. I care about our future. And I'm not Player FC anymore. I'm far beyond what that is. Garnacho's one of my favourite players, and he's been left out of the squad and left out of the team. I mean, I don't care. I just want what's best for Manchester United at the end of the day, you know? The Rashford situation this week has been an absolute mess, if I'm being honest. And to be honest with you, this is basically what we've been touching on for the last decade, isn't it? We knew there was something about Marcus Rashford that wasn't quite right. You know what? There was no reason for Marcus Rashford to go to the media. He could have knocked on Ruben Amorim's door and spoke, but he wanted to go to the media. And basically, Ruben Amorim did say that. Ruben Amorim also did say yesterday and today that he did not regret leaving Rashford out of the squad. He sticks by his decision. And if you do not perform and if you do not pick up yourself, you will be left out of this squad. You will not be playing for Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has got the keys to the castle, so to speak. He's got the authority to get rid of players, even if they are a fan's favourite, even if they sell shirts. He's got the authority to say, you know what, Marcus Rashford's not doing it for me, Jim. You know what I mean? He's not doing it for me. Do you know what I mean? So that obviously that is a big plus, of course. Guys, what do you think of Switzerland's flag? I mean, I'm not too sure, but the flag is a big plus. What do you think of Switzerland? There was a joke, right? Guys, what do you think of Switzerland? I'm not sure, but the flag is a big plus. There you go. Sorry, guys, it just came to my head. What do you think of Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. Sorry, guys. I had to get that one in. I had to get that one. Big up, Jim. I had to get that one in. Chico, when we sign big name players, they come with such an ego and they just don't care enough. I agree. Signing under the radar talents come and play like they have something to prove. It's a win-win, low risk, high. Chico, absolutely spot on. Really good comments from you, Chico, mate. Really good to have you on the stream. You are coming out with the gospel today. You're on fire today, my friend. You believe the same as me. At the end of the day, it's not just about an astronomical price tag. Unless the player, right, is a Wayne Rooney, right? Unless the player is a Wayne Rooney, that is when you splash out and you know about the mentality of Wayne Rooney, that he's going to give his all. You knew that. You know that kind of thing. A Tevez, you know he's going to give his all, isn't it? At the end of the day, that kind of player. Right? It's absolutely spot on because you know what? I believe the same in regards to the youth team as well. I believe that young players seldom let you down. Alex Ferguson said those exact words. Youth players seldom let you down. You know, and also if you don't give youth a chance, they generally stagnate and disappear into the abyss. You have to give youth a chance. You have to give other players a chance in different leagues around the world. Look, when you think about players, right? If the player is nurtured right, if the player is managed right, he will become a great player. Look at Robertson for Liverpool, who came from Hull City. You know what I mean? Those type of players, you can pick up these gems from around the world, and you know what? You won't regret it at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Man, look, Alex Ferguson went out there and got Rafael and Fabio da Silva. Did Rafael and Fabio da Silva let us down? They didn't, did they? They didn't. One of them, Rafael, is almost classed as a legend for Man United. An absolute baller of a right back. You know, at the end of the day. Did you hear the story, though, about Rafael and Fabio da Silva? Did you hear that story? That they were twins, right? And what Man United, they looked identical, almost identical. Only Man United, stern Man United fans could tell the difference, right? Like, what the rumor was, Rafael would start or Fabio would start. And at half time, Alex Ferguson would swap them without the referee knowing, because they're twins. So without the referee knowing, Alex Ferguson would swap them. Can you imagine that was the truth? Can you imagine that? What a genius. What a genius. He would swap them over and have an extra sub. He's a genius, isn't he? If that was absolutely. Big up, Chico. Big up, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, though, guys, please. If you could do that for me, you absolute legends. Jim, that's called rebuilding relationships, and the best way to get the best out of a team, Sal. Alex Ferguson is the goal of a manager. Absolutely, Jim. Do you know what? That is what it's all about. It's about getting under the skin of a player, isn't it? Like, you know what? Understanding the person, not just the footballer. You're interested in the person, you know. And the great thing about Alex Ferguson was that Alex Ferguson could adjust to different personalities. Either you're Cantona or you were Mark Hughes, Alex Ferguson knew how to treat you. And it was natural. It was organic. It wasn't like fake. Now, there was a rumor about Jose Mourinho does the same thing, but he done it in a fake way and he gets exposed after about 3 years. People then begin to realize that he's fake. The thing with Alex Ferguson, he was not fake. He would show it. He would show that he cares. He would send Ronaldo to Madeira when Ronaldo's feeling down, when he has family problems. He would send Ronaldo to Madeira. You know what I mean? He would do things like that. He would go up on a plane to Paris to see Cantona, to speak to Cantona after the incident at Selhurst Park, of course. He would do things like that. You know what I mean? And that is what you need as a manager. And you know what? Ruben Amorim just seems like that guy. He seems like that guy who understands it, who gets what Man United is. That's why he drops these players. That's why, you know what, certain players don't play. You know what? Yesterday was a disappointing result. It is only the League Cup. I know. Look, at the end of the day, I called it a Mickey Mouse Cup. But to me, at the end of the day, it's not a Mickey Mouse Cup. You know what? I get carried away sometimes. That's just the way life is sometimes. We get carried away in the heat of the moment on a football game, right? But the thing is, one thing I would say, it was not a priority. Yesterday was an audition for certain players that don't usually get football. Man United cannot afford to play two-legged tie in January against Liverpool. They can't do that. I mean, as much as we wanted to win the game last night, we do not want to play a two-legged tie against Liverpool, sandwiched in between another game against Liverpool away and another game against Arsenal away. This is why it's not such a bad thing that Man United got knocked out of the League Cup. And I hate saying these things, of course, because we won the League Cup under Eric Ten Hag, of course, but we've won it under Jose Mourinho as well. So at the end of the day, it's not that of a bigger deal. It's a great day out in February, of course. It's a great day out. That's what it is. It's a good day out at the end of the day. But you know what? We got bigger fish to fry. We really do. We got priorities that we have to set right there. Is a priority is Europa League, Europa League, Europa League. Let's get in that Champions League. I didn't see anything last night that would fill me with fear in regards to Tottenham. Nothing. When Man United put their first team on the pitch, Man United were dominant. They were dominant in that game. And you know what? I felt 54%, and Man United lost the game based on mistakes. There were mistakes. That's why Man United lost the game at the end of the day. But one thing we would say is that, you know what? If Man United come up against Tottenham Hotspur in the Europa League, I fancy our chances over two legs. I really do. I fancy our chances over two legs, and I feel that we can get it going, guys. Absolutely. Let's read some of your comment. Let me go back. Chico, certain players have such poor attitude off the pitch. They just don't seem serious. They are not punctual. Players playing like that crazy, traveling rather than training and fighting for their... Absolutely, mate. Playing for a big football club like Manchester United is not just about a job. It's a lifestyle. Playing for Man United is a lifestyle. And you have to sacrifice certain things in your life to become the best, to be the best, to be consistently the best. And at the end of the day, what I would say is, you know what, a lot of those players are not doing that, All right, you can do what you like in your time off. That's absolutely fine. We don't have to agree with what you're doing, though, because we know what it takes to become a great player. Going to New York, going to Belfast and all that. You can do that. That's your prerogative. But at the end of the day, you know what? As Ruben Amorim said when he first walked into Old Trafford, he wouldn't have done that. It's absolutely spot on, because at the end of the day, you know what? Rich too soon, rich too young. That's the problem. They're rich too young. And we need to obviously lower that and change the culture at the football club and the mentality at the football club, of course. Jim, 31 likes. Come on, people, let's like some and make sure you subscribe to Ship Post. It's not just a football channel, it's a family. Big up, Jim. Jim said it right there, guys. Stretford Post is a family. We're a small, growing community. But you know what? I feel like we're the best community. I feel like we have a fantastic community here, guys. And it's all real. It's all real. We don't always agree. But you know what? We love each other's company. And you know what? We talk nothing but the gospel. No sugarcoating, no lies. Just straight down the middle, of course, guys. And that's how we do it, guys. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chico, Mount's career at United has been sad on a personal level, but as a supporter, he never deserved the number 7 shirt. That number is earned, and I've seen him more on United's Instagram reels than on the pitch. Mate, you know what? One thing I would say about that, in regards to that is that It's just sad what's happened to Mason Mount. And you know what? I shouldn't feel sad for him because this is Manchester United. But, you know, on a human level, I feel sad for him because at the end of the day, that number 7 shirt should never have been given to him. I don't know whose choice that was. I don't know whose idea it was to give him the number 7 shirt. Put a whole load more pressure on the lad. It shouldn't have been the case, should it? You know, we should never have done that at the end of the day. Put more pressure on him, to be honest with you. And that's one thing I would say in regards to that. Absolutely. But I wish him the best of luck. I really do. But you know what? He's not going to be a Man United great. That's for sure. You know what I mean? That's for sure. Jim, Sal, I love Amorim attitude and tact. I do as well. I think he's fantastic. I really do believe that he's fantastic, my friend. I do believe that. I believe he's the best. He's the best we could have got. He's the best young manager out there. I personally feel he's going to be the best manager in the world very, very soon. Last night I saw bits and bobs in regards to it. Guys, in regards to his tactics, in regards to the spirit of the players, because we almost got back in a game. It's only the fact that we kept setting ourselves back by making stupid mistakes that we didn't get something from that game and perhaps won that game. But I'm going to take it back and I'm going to say, look, you know what? The League Cup is the League Cup. You know what? We'll take that. Okay, Tottenham have the League Cup. They can have their 2 legs against Liverpool in January, where they probably get knocked out. And we'll just carry on and we'll concentrate on what's most important, which is the Europa League, guys, of course. Hi, Ben, how you doing, brother? I've got a little bit of a problem with my stream, mate. That's why my camera's a little bit fuzzy, so I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I'm trying to fix it, Ben, but I'm going to get back to you as soon as I get it, because it's not clicking at the moment. I'm trying to add you, but it's not clicking. 1 second. The thing is, it's the code ain't coming up. It's not clicking. The invite button. Just spare me a second, though. I'm going to try and reset it or something. Chico, I'm much rather an unknown gem who puts his heart on his sleeve than big name players who showcase their talents once every 10 games because they simply can't pop up Rashford, Sanchez. Big up, Chico. Absolutely spot on. Chico, you're coming out with his comments today. Yeah, you know what? I would much rather that as well. Not going to lie. When we signed Pogba, I was extremely excited. I was very giddy. I was happy. You know, I was enthusiastic. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And you know what? One thing about us is that the problem with our fan base, parts of our fan base, is that we have something called Player FC. And to be honest with you, they try and squeeze the narrative that, you know what, Pogba was unfairly treated. Sancho was unfairly treated. Sanchez was unfairly treated, of course. And now it's like, you know what, they're going in the realms of, you know what, Rashford is unfairly treated. Martial is unfairly treated. Why? Can't they look at themselves in the mirror and say that it's me? Stop playing the blame game. Champions don't make excuses, guys. Champions do not make excuses. This is not bloody Teletubbies, guys. This is Manchester United. We do not make excuses. And great players will look at themselves. Beckham, Giggs, Scholes, Keane. You think Keane would accept players going to like blaming the manager, blaming this, blaming that? You know what I mean? And everything on that. No, absolutely not. You bet you absolute joker if you think that. Jim, good on Amorim for jump play. Absolutely, Jim. Absolutely. So, but both Cantona and Ronaldo didn't stay with to the end. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Cantona retired, Matata. Cantona retired because he fell out of love with football, and that's fair play. The good thing about Eric Cantona is he didn't stay and sign a new contract. He didn't sign a new contract, did he? He didn't get another 4 or 5 years money, did he? He left. He said, I fell out of love with the game. He didn't sign for his arch rivals. He left. In regards to Cristiano Ronaldo always wanted to play for Real Madrid. It was his dream. But he achieved everything at Man United. Won the Champions League, won the league, won the FA Cup. He done everything at Man United. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we can't argue with Ronaldo. Of course, I would say that we could have kept him another year, could have got more money for him at the end of the day, but it is what it is. It is what it is at the end of the day, guys. LT, big up, Sal. Big up, LT. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I hope you're good. Good to see you, mate. Sal, for now, I'm happy with Amorim kept his promise regarding seeing an idea of style of play. And most importantly, we are in 12 games, even big games, just need to reduce the mistakes. Yeah. We would have won the game, LT, yesterday if it wasn't for silly errors, schoolboy errors. And that is something that we can train on the training field. Look, I'm not going to jump on Martinez, right? But Martinez had a poor game yesterday. He had a poor game. But then we have to look at, he's not a bad player. Martinez is a great player. Do you know what I mean? Did you see him against Man City, what he did? Did you see that ball for Martinez, what led to the goal for Ahmad? Did you see that? I mean, some people are jumping on him too much. Some people, you know, at the end of the day, it's just one of them days where you make mistakes. And you know what? Those are the mistakes you have to eradicate from your game. And, you know, hopefully they will go on the training pitch. And you know what? The most important thing now is Bournemouth. That is all I care about. The most important thing now is Bournemouth, of course. Let me try and click this up again. Trying to click it. It's not bloody clear. Well, let me get this. Chico, agreed. Big up, Chico. Big up. You know, so I do believe Carabao Cup is a Mickey Mouse Cup, but no matter what cup is there, I still hate losing. That's me. Yeah, Jim, I agree with you. Absolutely. And I agree, it is. Like, you know what? It isn't a cup that's going to make you, you know what I mean, cry your eyes out. Oh, my God, we won the Carabao Cup. So, look, one thing I was looking at, I want to win every cup. Absolutely fact, right? I want to. I hate losing, just like you, Jim. I want to win every cup. But you know what? We have to look at things from an intelligent point of view, right? Do you want a two-legged tie against Liverpool in January when we already play Liverpool at Anfield and we already play Arsenal at the Emirates? You know what I mean? Do you really want that? Sandwiched in between Europa League games and stuff like that? Is that going to be good for Man United going forward? It's just a tough one, isn't it, at the end of the day? Look, if it was a one-off game at Old Trafford against Liverpool, I'll take that. But two-leg, mate, come on, man. You know what? Let Tottenham have it. You have it, Tottenham. Good luck to you, mate. You're not going to win anyway. But you know what? Best of luck to them. I hope they win the competition. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Man United lost the game. I wanted to win the game. We didn't win the game. It's not the end of the world. And that is how we see it, of course, guys, at the moment. And I'm a guy, right? Of course, I'm a guy. But subject to popular belief. But I am a guy who believes that we should go for every single trophy. That is Man United. That is who Man United are. But you know what? We have a unique situation at Man United right now where we have to get into that Champions League. If we want to sign like players in the summer, if we want to progress as a football team, we need to be in the Champions League. That is our bread and butter, of course. We need to be in that Champions League, guys. Absolutely. Let me go up again. Goodness me, lots of comments here. Big up Chico, of course. Give me humble greetings. Big up Jim, big up Matata. Sir Alex was the goat of management. No one else comes close. And good luck to Spurs in January, February. Absolutely, mate. There you go, mate. I love it. I love the positivity, fella. I love it. I like it a lot. I like your positivity. So you're telling me there's a chance? 1 in a million, there's a chance. Tell that to Tottenham. What you talking about, expressions? What you talking about? They actually made a song, bruv. The Carabao Cup. They made a song. Come on, man. My goodness me, that's such a waste of electricity. My laptop is barely working and they're making songs in bloody, you know what I mean? Fluffy jackets and stuff like that about winning in the Europa League. Not Europa League, God forbid. Carabao Cup. I forgot the name of it. Is it EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, Worthington Cup, Coca-Cola Cup? What is it these days? Auto Windows Screens National League Cup? I don't know what it is, guys. Vauxhall Cup? Let them have it. Good luck to Spurs, of course. Carabao Cup legends is Spurs. They won it in 2008. Big up, Stephanie. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you, guys. Good. Yo, Joe Blackman, what's going on, brother? I hope you're good, man. The legend that is Joe Blackman. Good to see you on the stream, my friend. I hope you're doing well. What's going on with you, my friend? What's going on? Only 38 likes, Steph. Only 38 likes. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, so I had a little bit of a cut out there. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, Joe Blackman's killing it on KG's channel, by the way. Absolutely. Festive joy. I know we forget to do it sometimes, but please remember to hit the like. Thank you so much, Joe. Joe, really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you very much. You legend. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Matata, Jarmalin, welcome to Stretford Post. Absolutely. Jarmalin's been here before, Matata. He's been here before a long time ago, but I haven't seen him around. But it's good to have Jarmalin back in the stream, of course, because he's a legend. Stretford Post legend, of course, guys. Absolutely. Big up, big up, big up, big up, of course. Big up, of course. Absolutely. Welcome to Stretford Post, and please come and panelist as well, as you have a better footy IQ than KG and me. Oh, yeah. KG's my boy, man. KG is a top football IQ guy, mate. He's a genius. He's a genius, mate. He makes me laugh, man. The guy, it's a skill to make someone laugh. You know that. I wanted to book KG for a show in the UAE. I tried to book him, but he's too expensive. he's. I live in Abu Dhabi, guys, right? And I tried to book him for a comedy show. He's too expensive. I thought, I'm flipping out. I said, I'll get David Blaine for that. Oh, God. You got to laugh, guys. Anyway, we have a laugh here. We have a laugh. Big up, Stevie Griffith and Joe Blackman. Big up, of course. Ben, I'm trying to get you on, brother. It's not working. Look at my screen. Look at my screen. It's different, isn't it? It's different. It's different. Don't worry, we can talk on here. We can talk in here. We're all friends here. Beating Bournemouth on Sunday is a vital to back up the Derby win and Wolves on Boxing Day. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Bournemouth is the next one. Born again. Born again, of course. All good here. Big up, Ben. Legend, that is Ben. I'm trying to get Ben on, of course, guys. But obviously, today is not the day for me. My laptop has gone way. It's gone way, guys. That's what you get when you pay 200 quid for Adele. Not Adele tickets, not the singer Adele, but Adele. Adele laptop, guys. That's what. So I'm using my Apple now. Well, my wife's Apple. Sorry. It is what it is, guys. You know what? We get it in. We get it in. Come on, guys. Absolutely. Big up, Jim. Big up. Big up, Joe. Big up, Joe. Big up, Joe. Big up, everyone, of course, in the chat, my friends, of course. Cantona knew when to retire, listen to his body. Absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. I agree with that. I know how Cantona feels when listening to your body. You know what I mean? It's very important to listen to your body when you're on that full vodka and Coke, of course, guys. I know when you have to listen to your body and think, you know what? Am I acting silly? Am I acting a bit crazy right now? Am I saying things that I shouldn't say? You know what I mean? Almost got run over the other day with so off my head. Big up, Joe, big up, of course. My mummy loves Joe Blackman when he encourages likes. My daddy when he encourages my mummy for love. Manu Tuta. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something here? I don't know what that meant, but it sounds sinister. I don't know. Absolutely. Big up, of course. Yesterday just highlighted how poor our backups are. Absolutely. United TV, big up United TV. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you back on the stream. The audition was fouled by a number of those players. Eriksson fouled his audition. Lindelof fouled his audition. Sorry, everyone who is Anthony FC fouled his audition. Sorry, guys. I know I'm going to get barrage of hate on that. But Anthony fouled his audition. Nah, you fouled, mate. You fouled. At the end of the day, driving exam, driving instructor. He's got all those crosses on there, man. 3-point turn, everything like that. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I stalled on a roundabout once. Failed. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you know what? Did you know, right? I'll tell you a little story about when taking the driving test. I was taking my driving test, right? And I was driving on the road. As you do, you don't drive anywhere. You don't drive on a desert for your driving test anyway. It's a bit difficult to do a 3-point turn in the desert. But one thing I would say is that I was driving in the road, right? And the corner of the wheel went over a pavement. And my driving examiner went like this, and he hit his head on top of the car. Baff! Baff! Downhill from there. It was downhill from there. It was downhill from there. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I was a good driver. Big up Sal in the Chatterbox says Bournemouth is the real test. Big up Kenny Tevan TV. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're good. The Kenny is in the house. Kenny, how you doing, Kenny? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good with you, mate. Matey, mate. Good to see you, man. You missed you yesterday, though, mate. You rejected me, mate. You went to some other stream. You know what? There is such a thing as, you know what? Streamer. It starts with a H. Streamer. It rhymes with Jose. You know, streamer. Yeah, you know what I mean. Big up anyway. I'm only joking. Chico, as hard as it may be for Carbon fans, Amorim needs to sell a bunch of players, rinse the club, make a statement. Nobody is guaranteed a spot without putting in the work to stay on the roster. Chico, love the comment, my friend. Absolutely. You know what it is? One thing I want, and I don't know if this is possible, but we should have stipulations in contracts in regards to injuries, in regards to performances, appearances, etc. Shouldn't we? Football's the only sport where you get rewarded for mediocrity. It's the only sport where you get sacked and get paid for being sacked. Football needs to change, man. I mean, this is what's killing football. Oh, it's all right. I'm going to get a 25 million payoff. Jose Mourinho has lived off that his whole life. I'm going to get a 25 million payoff. He's lived off that his whole life. Big up, everyone. Big up, Kenny. Big up, everyone. Absolutely big up, of course. Big up. 40 likes. Yes. We got the 40. Can we get to 41? Come on, guys. Can we get to 41? Let's do this, guys. Absolutely brilliant to have all you guys on the stream, of course, guys. Absolutely. Yeah, we do it. We do it on Monday, Ben. I read your text now. I read your text, mate. Look at the lemons, mate. If you get lemons, someone gives you lemon, make a lemonade. There you go, lemons. Absolutely. Big up the lemons. Absolutely, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me so far. It's not quite over. Debatable. I'm lost. I don't know what it is, but definitely debatable. I agree, Ben. Rich United TV, we know for years a mediocre player of our players, but Amorim is bringing out the best from them and too so positive. Absolutely. Chico, nice to meet you, Greece United. Nice, absolutely. Welcome to the stream. Chico Bandes, my friend. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your comments have been brilliant. Big welcome to the family. Big up United TV, of course. If we don't get a hold of this club, it's going to be like Spurs rule. So, oh, God, Chico, my God, Chico. Where's the toothpick, mate? Chico, what's going on? My goodness me. Brother. Tottenham. What you talking about, Tottenham? Tottenham ain't won anything for 75 years or something like that. We're going to talk about Tottenham. Tottenham are making music videos for a Carabao Cup victory. Mate, I was around in the 90s, right, guys, when we lost 3-0 at Old Trafford when we didn't used to lose to York City. York City at Old Trafford in the Coca-Cola Cup, as it was once known. Back then, we lost 3-0 to York City, and no one cared. Well, we did, actually. I cried my eyes out because I had to go to school the next day. But at the end of the day, but really and truly, it didn't really matter, did it? We won the second leg 3-1, lost 4-3 on aggregate. And to be honest with you, that is what the League Cup is about. Tottenham Hotspur have just made a song about winning in the Carabao Cup, EFL Cup, Worthington Cup, Milk Cup, whatever it's called these days. Mad, isn't it? Is Angay just an upgraded version of Bielsa? Oh, goodness. He's a inflated version. Oh, is it even impossible? No, you know what? Struth, mate. Good aim, mate. High line for life, mate. Absolutely, mate. Struth, mate. Going down to Ramsey Street, mate. Perth. The Rich United TV were blaming Binder. No, Binder's not only solely to blame, guys. We can't totally blame Binder for that. Binder. He played a Binder. Blinder. I'm good, bro. I hope you're good. Thank you so much, Joe, for coming on today, mate. Big legend, of course. Big legend. Rivals are starting to slowly respect us again because the progress is there for everyone to see, especially because it's the performance and not results, which can be misleading sometimes. And I want to bring this comment in real quickly. You know what? From Ruben Amorim last night. I want to bring this in real quickly if I can. If it will work. Let me have a look. Ruben Amorim, we cannot think in that way that winning a silverware makes everything okay, right? It will be a long way. We are improving. Our goal is to win the Premier League. How long it will take, I don't know. There you go, guys. There you go. Live in living color, guys. Absolutely. There's the comment, guys. What I was talking about last night. Last night, of course. Sal, what do I think of KG? Yeah, KG's a genius, mate. Joe, I stand by my thing, mate. He's a genius. I heard he went to what did I hear? I heard he went to Cambridge Summit. Yeah, he's one of them ones. I'm not lying, guys. It takes a lot to stand up in front of an audience and make funny joke. I make a joke. Sal, what do you think of KG? Yeah, I like him. I like him, mate. I like him. Yeah, I do. At the end of the day, you know what? I can't remember, right? I have to ask him, but I went to the United Stand football trials, right? I had boots that were 2 sizes too small for me. I think KG was there that day. He was a good player. But yeah, not blowing smoke up his ass, but at the end of the day, you know what? It is what it is. At the end of the day, he gave Joe Blackman, you know what I mean? He's a good friend with Joe Blackman, so he's a friend of mine, of course, absolutely. KG is a knowledge guru. Oh, God. I don't think Onana get bullied on the 4th. He went straight through the Wolves defender. I don't think Onana gets bullied on the 4th. By in there, you mean? He went straight through the Wolves defender. I mean, it was disappointing, you know. It was a foul. What do you think about that? Do you think that goal was a foul? Do you think his arm was held back? What am I like? Absolutely. What am I like? Big up, Ben. Rich Amaran, if they end a run of games, then no way Onana will be first choice. Are you trolling, Manu Tata? Again, are you going back in your trolling ways, mate? Definitely, man. United TV. Yeah, I tried to get KG to come to UAE to do a show here. His manager priced me out of the market. She's the one who said he's a genius. He deserves more. Shall we do it Monday, brother? Yes, Ben, let's do it. I saw your text. I was going to text you back, but let's do it Monday, brother. Let's do it Monday. I've got to change my laptop and everything. It's absolute myth right now. I'm surprised it's still working. I'm surprised it's still working. 41 likes. We reached it, guys. Well done. Big up, big up. Love from Toronto. Big up the Toronto Massive, of course. Of course, I've been to Detroit. People know me. I worked a long time in music. I've been to Detroit, which borders, obviously, Canada. I've been to the Canadian border of Detroit, as you do. Worked with Shady Records, D12, Eminem's crew and stuff like that. And saw Canada from afar. And I was like, get me to Canada. Get me to Canada. What's that about? What's that about? Get me to Canada. Big up, Chico. Thank you so much for joining me today. Of course, everyone, of course, who's joining me today. You absolute legends. Thank you, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, guys, in the morning. Absolutely. Yeah, he will, because he will probably, but you know what? I remember that. Big up anyway, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. It's been a fabulous show. Lots of laughs, lots of jokes, of course. Have a fabulous day. Thank you, Jim, as usual, legend, for great content, comment. United TV, big up, of course. Which comment was the United TV one? Let me absolutely. But you know what? It's not the end of the world, guys. We live to fight another day. Big up, Joe Blackman. We live to fight another day, guys. And you know what? It's the League Cup. We're at the League Cup. We can't dwell on it. We have to move on to Bournemouth. Bournemouth is the next game, guys. That is what it's all about, of course. Thank you so much, Joe. Legend, of course. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe. Spread the Stretford Post message. You absolute legends. I'm Sal Warner. This is, let me just write this one. The new one coming. Tottenham were not good, though. They weren't. We played better than them. 54% possession, of course. Let's not forget that. We were better than them. We should have won. It was mistakes. We did it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. We do. Absolutely, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to join me tomorrow for Breaking Dawn, where I give you the lowdown on some new Man United news. Hopefully, some good news coming up. It is Bournemouth weekend, of course, guys. I'll be doing the match preview for that game tomorrow. Don't miss it. I'm Sal Warner. This is Stretford Post and Chatterbox. Take it easy, Chatterboxers. I'll see you soon.